Hello. I could use some more light. I ain't got no more light. Ooh. Okay, let me fix this. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello. Is everyone still out celebrating Valentine's Day? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why even come on live? I'm tired. Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, honey. Hi, Ann. I'm great. I'm good. Hi, Cheryl. Hello. Turn this TV down. Hello, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing? Happy Valentine's Day. I didn't celebrate Valentine's Day this year. I've been stopped celebrating Valentine's Day. Uh, oh Lord, Miss Nancy, she's still missing. I think they arrested somebody though. It's somebody in the family. I think they said, did they say it was the father-in-law? I mean, no, the son-in-law, something like that. You didn't either, Shawnee. I didn't. We didn't celebrate. I'm not even with my husband. ah, I skedaddled. Nope. I'll be back home in a few days. Girl, that man don't care. He good. Yeah, I think it's the son-in-law. Something about the son-in-law. It's gonna be somebody she knows. I think it might be. They should check in if she had any work done in her house, because you know they be people that come back and rob you too. That's why when I get work done or I got something going on in my house, always make sure that it's at least two or three people in the house wandering around. Like, no, bitch, I ain't up in here by myself. Miss Shirley probably had, no, wait now. Miss Nancy, she probably had work done in that house, and them people came in her house and saw that she was alone. You know, old people be telling their business too much. Yeah, I'm home by myself, she said to the maintenance man. And here he come with his friends. Done came back and dragged Miss Nancy out the house. And I'm back. Did they find? No, they ain't find that lady. I prefer. Okay. Anyway, that's why if you ever have maintenance or anything done in your house, don't be talking to them people, telling them all your business, because they gonna come back and hit you all up in your head. Yep. You got to be real. I just had a roof work done and they had to come inside the house. Oh, I had a house full of people. Oh yeah, you're not gonna come in here. Yeah, these people always in here. They always in here. You want some water? I ain't in there talking about yeah, this, that, and the third. Miss Shirley don't tell her business. Why do I keep calling her Shirley? It's Nancy. Miss Nancy, she told her business. She told her business to the wrong people. Allegedly. Her daughter is famous. Everything. You know how showing you making small talk? You making small talk and people is listening and sizing you up, figuring out your business. No. Mm-mm. Nope. No. When our parents get old, we have to protect them. because they don't know the way of the world right now. They don't. They don't know how these people are out here in these streets. No, I ain't blaming the grandma Africa. Hell no. I would never blame Miss Nancy for this bullshit when she was just being herself. 100% no, I ain't blaming Miss Nancy. I'm just saying what could have happened. I'm just saying what it happened near my house because it was on my news. It was two elderly sisters. They lived together. One was 80, one was 85. Something broke in their house. Something broke in their house. And so when they went to pay, like, I ain't trying to say the man was a crackhead, but he was kind of a crackhead. Grandma went to her pocketbook, pulled out like $800. You know, small talk with this man, told them, oh, it's just me and my sister here, da 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 da. Took the money out. You know, that man came back a couple of days later and killed both of them and stole everything out their house. And her, how they caught him is because he stole their ATM card. Yep. Stole that ATM card, and that's how they tracked it back down to him. But that's not, that story happens all the time with the elderly. Not that they kill them, but they come back in and rob them. That's what a lot of people say. Sure, why was she still in the house? Because you can't get these old people to leave their home they feel comfortable in. They won't leave. They will not leave. I promise you, I ain't gonna be in no big house at no 80 years old. By 80 years old, if I make it to 80, I just want like a little studio apartment, nothing big, just a little, that's a little one bedroom. Hell, I want a one bedroom now. Yeah, in that big old house. Somebody could have been living in a part of that house she didn't even know they was there. Well, they said the blood that they found on the front porch. I heard the blood was hers, and I heard the blood wasn't hers. Child, I don't know. And how is they trying to link Miss Nancy to the Epstein files? The more they talk about the more they bring up the Epstein files, the more I am like, this world ain't shit. There's a big producer just sold had to sell his own company because he's in the Epstein files. But it's more than what they're telling us because it'd be no way that you're gonna get me to sell my company just because you got me in the logbook of going to the Epstein Island. So you know it's more. Y'all found all of Diddy's shit. I want to see the videos. I want to see the videos. The Epstein files is wild. 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 Sometimes I'd be like, damn, Diddy's still in jail. I think he's going to be out in the summer, though. Diddy said, F the Epstein files. I got my own shit going on. All of them. All of them, too bad. All of them. They say Trump was the worst. Him and Jeffrey was tight. One wasn't more freakier than the other. It's one thing to be freaky and a cheater with grown women. As long as you got two consenting adults, I don't care if y'all want to set each other's genitalia on fire. It's consenting adults. The Epstein files are children. Children. We ain't had a president. I don't think the United States has ever had a sitting president or a former president go to prison. Because Nixon was able to not go to prison, even though he did unlawful shit. He never went to prison. But In other countries, they don't have no problem with putting their president in jail. Not one bit of a problem. So we gonna see. But the Epstein files, all of the recordings, all of the emails, just uh, mm. And who was the lady? The lady that organized a lot of his secretary. They don't already. This bitch got 20 years. She already got. She's doing 20 years in prison. I'm telling everything. You give me 20 years. I'm telling it all. Mm-mm. But that's the world we live in. You know, children are undervalued, the elderly are undervalued, and they are the most taken advantage of. Keep your eye on your children. Keep your eye on your children. That's all I can say. But other than that, what else is happening in these YouTube streets and the world? Because I took a long nap. That's why I'm up. That's why I'm up. That's why I am up, honey. The world has always been evil. It will always be evil. But like President Obama said, it's more kindness and love has to will always come on top. He said something like that. Oh, girl, what's going on with Marcus? Girl, if you don't spill the tea, honey, because you know I loves to drag his little stankin' sexual deviant punk ass. Who was Peach talking about? Some little boy. Girl, I just figured that story out myself because I did hear something about she said she called children and youth and they probably said, Peach, is this you? Anyway, this pastor, it is so convoluted. So this pastor has adopted or taken guardianship over these two young boys that are his cousins, and their mom lives. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's. I can't even break it down. But the little boy told children and youth or his teacher that he was getting beat at home, and he had the markings all over his body as if he had been beat. So children and youth, because it's a hit and miss with them. They sent the boy back home. And then the dad, who was his cousin, made him come on camera and tell everybody he was lying. The boy wasn't lying. Scars don't lie. And then somehow Peach, she's trying to do anything to stay relevant. There they call him McNutt. Is that his real name? I thought, because go watch Miss Chronicles. I forget her Chronicles. Her channel. She did a good overview of the whole story. I want to call her Chronicle Eats, but I know that's not her name. Chronicles. Something like that. And with his cheap ass didn't want to pay $3 for a Valentine's bloom piece of shit. Who was live today? Oh, Marcus. Because Marcus, oh God, I can't stand him. I can't even. Chronicle Speaks. Thank you. Morning in the City. Y'all go watch Chronicle Speaks. She gives you the whole story about this pastor named Mr. Nut. And he is a nut. Any updates, Vicky? No. I was supposed to figure some stuff out last week, Vicky, and I never got a chance to do it. because I wanted to find out if they got a date for the trial, because it's coming up this year. So I'm gonna find that out this week. When is the trial? Because I really want to ask somebody who lives in that area to go to the trial, because I ain't gonna be able to do it because it's in Atlanta. And I really don't even know anybody who lives in Atlanta. Do you live in Atlanta, Vicky? Because it's gonna be open to the public. I would go. I just never been to Atlanta. I gotta figure out the dates and stuff. Like when I know when the dates are, I would actually want to go to the trial. But I would have to get somebody to go with me because it's not going to be televised or anything like that. I doubt it. As much as you don't live in Atlanta, okay. As much as we love lips and production, you know, it really is a small community of people. Although Lips had a big channel, you see people didn't even really come out for his memorial. So it's not going to be like this big. Within the mukbang community, of course, it's huge, but it's not going to be anything that's going to be like televised and all that shit. I doubt it. But I would like if somebody could go and have me on the phone. But we'll see. But I haven't talked to production since like after the holidays through email. Through email. But once I get the trial date, which something keeps telling me that it's coming up, something keeps telling me like you better hurry up and call and figure it out because it's coming up. But when I had talked to his attorney last, the attorney was like, "Oh, we can. I don't know when we're gonna go to court. It could be a year. It could be 2 years. Cause Gwinnett County, oh my God, they get murder cases heavy. Like they got so many murder cases on the docket. Red, great case. That county is wild. That county is. They got a lot of crime and really heinous crimes. So I don't know. But as far as mucus is concerned, Marcus, if y'all know Marcus from Atlanta Street Interviews, he has sex with the women that he interviews. Not all of them, maybe like 5%. Um, at least 5 women that I've talked about on this. I'm on live. Beat no it. Kidding. Don't say my name. Anywho, that's why I told you I'd be going live from my car. And I ain't home, y'all. So, anywho, so Marcus, oh God, Marcus is disgusting. So he has a channel called Atlanta Street Interviews, right, y'all? And on the channel, he's had the channel for about 4 or 5 years. And it's a pretty big channel. And, you know, instead of him just interviewing these young girls and giving them some wisdom, thank you, girl, Fairy Mary, he has sex with the ones that he's attracted to. And of course, they get in their feelings. They're most of them are homeless and mentally ill, on drugs. Anyway, he recently had a baby with one of his interviewees. And honey, he thought he was eating. And of course, I did a video telling him just how disgusting he is. So it doesn't surprise me that he don't want to spend $3 on Valentine's Day, because instead of him, and you know what I told him? If you want pussy that bad, you need to pay for it. You need to pay for it. Not give somebody $10 for some mentally ill, on the street, drug addicted cooch. Since because he think he's a high valued man, then you need to pay for it. Anyway, I can go on and on about this. Girl, I am married, honey. 26 years. My husband just been calling me. I've been sending him to voicemail for y'all. Who's recovering from major heart surgery? Girl, who that? Don't nobody want nobody. Let me tell y'all something about dating after 50. Especially if you're dating a black man who may be coming with hereditary diseases, high blood pressure, cholesterol, um, diabetes. That negatively affects his function in his pants. So think about it. What we talking about now? Excuse my hair. Anything that comes to my mind. We've been talking about a lot of the stuff that I talk about on my channel. We're just catching up. Very religious, God fearing. Fairy Mary, we don't want your uncle child. We don't date. We don't. We married over here. Cardi B. Everything would have been cool if she didn't have that baby. Everything would have been cool if she didn't have that baby. She could have walked away from his ass like, you know, just another breakup. Why she had that baby, I'll never know. But you know what? We can't blame the baby. She just gotta think like as they move, everybody gets older, Stefan is not going to be coming to check on that baby on a regular basis. He just won't have the time. And what's going to be like sad for the baby is when Offset come get his three, and then that baby got to stay home. Then that baby's got to stay home because that's not his father. It's sad. Hi, Hydro. It's just sad. She wanted to Offset to divorce her, and I get it, but a baby, a whole baby, come on. I don't know. I feel bad for her, but have y'all seen her concert? She been killing it. I gotta check and see if I know she gotta be coming to New York. I know she coming to New York. New York will probably be her last stop. And she'll probably do Jersey. She'll probably do Newark. That's what I would see her at if I decide to go. But she been killing it. I've been watching her concert. I watched Vegas and her first stop. She been doing really good. Cause girl, I know after a heartbreak, y'all couldn't get nothing out of me. Oh, I'll be so upset. But then you gotta remember she got a lot of people to pay out. She got a lot of bills, and she can't let heartbreak get in the way of her money. She was still married when she had the baby. It is legally in the eyes of the law. Rain travels, you're 100% right. The baby is Offset's. And then they excuse my hair. Yeah, girl, that man twists harder than me. He's just dirty though. He got a dirty dick. Three women pregnant at the same time. I mean four. That's disgusting. Hit the like button, y'all. Thank you, Hazel. If she is, she need to go to the chop shop for real. But I don't think so, because the way she fell out of that chair in Vegas, that was so funny. But she working hard. Y'all remember when I waited 5 hours to see Cardi B when she came near me at that record store. And I waited 5 hours outside and in the mall. And when she opened the door, when they opened her door of her car, of her blacked out truck, the first face she saw was mine. Here I go telling the people to get back. Get back! Girl, we was out there for 4 or 5 hours. I just wanted to do, and I probably posted, I posted a video that went viral because this um, model came. He was from New York. He got a big channel, but he was dressed like in all black, and he had like the crows on his. He had a big crow on his shoulder, and I did a video with him, and it went viral. But I just posted that and just posted like little clips of her at the event. But it was I was there for about 5 hours. She ain't stopping. Oh, with children? Oh yeah, she said she want more kids. But you want more kids for what? So everybody else can raise them? You know her cousin keep them, her mama, her daddy. I mean, that's what we do in families, but she's the one that's holding up that whole family. She ain't like her cousin. She ain't like her cousin Gorilla, honey. She pay her family well. Cardi pays her family. But they got different family dynamics. As you know, her and Glorilla are cousins. Cardi's grandfather is Gorilla's daddy's daddy. hmm And Glorilla knows she don't take care of her family like that. I believe Glorilla take care of her family when she want to take care of her family. Like she give her mom and dad money when she want to give them money. You know what I mean? But it ain't like she tried to say it was. It's not. Because her mother and her father were trifling. I think her mother was more trifling than her father. So, and now the other siblings are really being more honest. Like, yeah, she really don't fuck with us. And in a way, I don't blame her because y'all all sound like y'all really dysfunctional. Got a huge family. She may not have enough to spread around. She don't. Just like Boosie said. Boosie was like, y'all all think we got more money than we do. Boosie, we know you overdoing it. Hi, Dr. RJ. Hello. Hi, Corey. Boosie building all them houses, that big ass house. Like, you overdoing it. And you about to go to prison. You literally about to go to prison. Chaba. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, she don't have the money. You got $1 million. Once you pay out everybody, it's not $1 million. But these podcasts is paying Brorilla. She getting $3,500 a podcast and chaba. So she already said she making her money. And then the mom is messy. They all messy. No, she can't afford to give all the money. And I wouldn't be giving all the money. Not like that. Christmas, I give all my sisters, maybe I get them a Gucci bag, you know. Brothers, I give y'all a PlayStation. Like shit like that, you know. Cardi B and Gorilla are cousins, yes. Look it up. They are cousins. Cardi B's grandfather was an illegal immigrant and a drug dealer. He was high up there. And the feds in New York was looking for him. And so he ran down south to Tennessee and linked up with a black woman down in Tennessee. Because you know they Dominicans. They're Dominicans, right? And that's how Gorilla Daddy came about. Ew. He had Gorilla Daddy and he had his kids up north. And so he was going back and forth. And that's how that happened. I would have hired an accountant and maybe opened a family business for them. I just don't know if it would have worked out. They all grew up in abuse and trauma. So, they're probably not the most sane group of adults saying that they are Gorilla's sister and brother, but they're not. Girl, stop. Because there's so many of them, how the hell would we know? Now we know Boyrilla look just like Glorilla. They look just alike. Now Glorilla has a twin, right? Yeah, Glorilla has a twin. Thank you, Ann. You back? Glorilla, yeah, Glorilla. Boyrilla is not. Did I just make that up? Don't they call her Boyrilla? It's Brorilla. Hi, Shay. Could y'all tap the screen? I keep forgetting to say it. Tap the screen. Y'all just dropped the video. Could y'all make sure y'all watch it on JB? Because JB's mom was asking for suggestions on how to, what can she do for JB? He's getting so big and he's beating her between the washer and the dryer. And so I told her what I think she should do. So we'll see if she listens, honey. But I told her to sterilize them. And I know that word comes with a lot of old baggage. Because back in the day, we sterilized anybody that was mentally ill or mentally challenged was sterilized in institutions. Watch my video, please. Tebow, no, I just was talking about that. I'm going to be putting together a update video because I'm going to be letting the people know when the trial will start. So if you live in Atlanta or Gwinnett County, I am looking for somebody in that area that would be willing to go to the trial and give us an update. Because I don't know anything about that area. And it would just be a lot for me to try to make it there. But I'm going to find out if it's going to be recorded. You do, Teresa? You live in Gwinnett County? Do you know what Superior Court is? And will you be willing to go to the trial? Will you be willing to go to the trial? Because it'll probably be during the week. Email me if you can do it. Email me if you could do it. I will have a small monetary thank you if you're able to go. But of course, I would need you to send me the tea. I think if I went, I would be in there just crying. I think I would be an emotional mess if I went to that trial. I really do. I do. To have to hear the details of it all, I would be a mess. I would. But that's all I know. I've been waiting to find out when the trial is. I feel sorry for JB's siblings. I do too. You know how crazy that must feel for them that you don't know what JB gonna do next, and then it seems like any little thing could trigger him. Literally, like here's the remote control, and then he get mad. Like no, she could sterilize him. I'm serious. Like parents have done that with their boys that are aggressive and in adolescence. They become more aggressive. Not all of them, but some. And one way that parents have been able to decrease their aggression is to sterilize them and to get them on like CBD gummies. And once they're an adult with a little bit of THC, watch my video. Watch my video. JB, not in the home. JB is he's out home the home. At this point, he should not be in the home. Mm-mm. Well, they can't get staff to come in the home because he don't hit two staff upside their head. And I know good and damn well I wouldn't staff that house. I've had to staff houses, which I thought was ridiculous, with three staff per kid. Three staff per kid in a house of three boys that were pre adolescent, violent, and autistic. And honestly, it was the parents who needed the most of the counseling. But the boys were aggressive. And they had three staff per kid. That's that's too much. That's too much. He's gonna get bigger and stronger and more aggressive. Yes, Doc. Don't be surprised. It's just me, one, two, three. I ain't even been watching. Y'all been telling her that for years because I haven't been watching her like that. I haven't been watching her like that. And now she want to open up her own group home. Now she want to open up her group home. Chaba. Everybody in there gonna be throwing shit around. Mm-mm. Just like this family I'm talking about, and I haven't worked with this family for a decade. But even back then, the boys were pre-adolescent, and the mom was an asshole. I could never get staff in there to stay because the mom was such a dumbass and wouldn't listen and wouldn't follow any of the behavioral plans because she knew it all. And all three of them boys was knocking her between the washer and the dryer. And then I had another program. I kicked them out of my program. I said, your kids is, you ain't listening. We trying to tell you to do this, that, and the third. They got to go. They got to go. You saw JB about a week ago. I think he in the hospital. Mom posted a day ago that he's in the hospital because he constipated. He got a big turd in him or something, child. Girl, she be telling all JB business. Hi, guys. God bless you all. It's JB's mom. JB is in the hospital. He has a giant turd lodged in his anus, and they looked at it. They saw it on a CT scan. So we're here at the hospital, and once they dislodge the turd from his butt, he's going to come back home. Pray for me, guys. Bye. Here go JB. Hi guys, it's JB. Thank you for all your support. Bye. I love him. Oh my God. It's crazy how with adolescent boys especially, their vocal cords don't mature. And so they talking at a high pitched voice. And they never it just never it never matures like a normal adolescent boy voice would. So, hi guys, it's JB. I like to say thank you for your support. Bye. I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all stop laughing and encourage me to be mean. That's all she knows. And then here he comes. Hi guys, it's JB's mom. He just knocked me between the washer and the dryer. Keep us lifted up in prayer. Guys, JB just put a knife in my arm and drug it all the way down. I'm bleeding to death right now. Thanks for your support. Girl, I'm gonna tell you right now, I go in that house. Let me try to stop acting like I'm so bad. Knowing if I go in there, I'm gonna be looking like this, like I'm gonna be screaming Zachary. What's the little boy name? The brother Isaiah. What's his name, y'all? Johnny, help me. JB don't knock my. JB whoop my ass. Girl, please. I'm telling you, I had to get. I promise you, I'm not in the field anymore because of JB's. Because I'm too old, y'all. I'm not quick like I used to be. I had a little autistic boy watch my video. He straight slapped me in the face in my own office. And I blame myself because I shouldn't have been, my big face shouldn't have been down that bop. I said, you know what? I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old for this. Xavier, help. Help, Xavier, help. Xavier took that. Xavier had Xavier Xavier had JB. JB talking stop, stop, stop. To say Xavier was autistic. Did you see that? Don't be. Then JB said clearly, he's autistic too. Ain't nobody got a bit of sense over there but that girl. And she gonna leave out of there with the first man who say, can I be your boyfriend? You sure can. And out the door she going. Ooh. What was the video title? Which video? The one I did on JB? Um, it's the thumbnail is a doctor with a needle, and then I put JB and the moms had the pot on JB about to knock him out. That's the thumbnail, and it says should JB be sterilized? I'm telling you, she get him sterilized. She gonna really see a big difference in his behavior. Sterilized and CBD with a little pinch of THC, but she can't tell nobody she's doing that. And maybe some Xanax. And child JB be in the corner coloring and shit. JB will be coloring. He will be on his iPad. He'll be staring out the window. He'll be good. He'll be good. I ain't like. Oh, girl, he gonna be so calm. Put him on my. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I ain't a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just somebody who's been in the field for 30 years. Sterilize them. Memes, all the memes are so undefeated. And then the people reenacting the shit. It ain't funny, but it's funny because I know they going through hell in that house. I've seen it in real time, in real houses. I've walked into people literally like restraining their kid. So it's the truth. Hey, Florida sunshine. It's done very discreetly. She just got to go to her primary doctor or the psychiatrist to, the insurance companies will pay for it. I know JB is on SSI, so he get Medicaid. Medicaid will pay for it. She know what to do. She one of them mothers that get on my fucking nerves. Don't want to listen. Think they know every fucking thing. Damn. They irritate me. I'll cut somebody off so fast out of treatment. Don't come in here trying to tell me. I'm trying to tell you, bitch, that this is going to work. Maybe. Allegedly. Could. Coming in here week after week with the same old shit. JB knocked me through the washer and the dryer. JB stabbed me in the throat. JB did. And then JB come in my office. Hi, I'm JB. Thank you for your support. And did you knock your mom behind the washer and the dryer? Yes. Oh, did you? Well, guess what? You ain't getting one of my lollipops out of my goodie bag. And that's when he tear my shit up. Oh, Lord, child. I got to speak on it. It's the truth. Like, and I hate when I've been watching her long enough to know that JB don't have 3 or 4 psychiatrists. I can't stand that. I can't stand psychiatrist jumpers. You jump from psychiatrist to psychiatrist, bitch. They all do the same shit. They all got access to the same medication. They got, they all read the same book. We all work out of the same DSM-5, bitch. Damn. Oh, God. Girl is worse than Ike Turner. At least Ike told Trina why he was beating on her. You need a psychiatrist. You need a psychologist. Most psychiatrists is not doing assessments. Then she took him shopping. Talk about he was good, knowing she needs to be fixed. And just bought a brand new house, and JB done tore up 2 windows and the door. And apparently something ain't right with the heating system. It sounded like she bought a lemon, and she bought all that off of JB content money. And I ain't mad at her, because if I had me a JB around here, the cameras would be on his ass too. The way JB kicked her and then spit on her, the way I would have, girl, I would have twisted his motherfucking lips. Autistic or not, your lips would have been in my hand. Ooh. Anyway, y'all watch my video. I hope she watch it. I hope she watch it. Get JB sterilized. Get him on a CBD gummy. And listen to the professionals, Mom. With your, listen to the professionals. Because JB did not deserve to go to the fucking mall. Sometimes when you use behavioral mod plans, and when the child doesn't achieve the goal, they'll turn up. So parents be like, oh shit, if I don't give him a star, he gonna knock the hell out of me. So they be scared of the shit. You know what I mean? So, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yes, I agree with that. Well, she really did. She didn't take care of it. And then the way she cuddles with him, girl, I'd be so scared to cuddle with him. I would be a nervous wreck. He would be like, Mom, why are you shaking? Because I don't know if you're going to knock the shit out of me during this cuddle. That's why I'm shaking. Damn. Mom, why are you shaking like that? Because I'm scared of you, bitch. I swear I'm not brave no more. I am not brave anymore. Mm-mm. I'm just not brave anymore. I ain't never been stupid though. Let me tell you something. People think it's all glamorous. I don't think people think that. I don't think people think mental health is glamorous, do you? Or being a therapist is glamorous. I think people do because I was explaining something. Somebody was like, why don't you do therapy anymore? And I was like, oh, I'm retired. I'm burnt out. I just can't. And people and who I was talking to lives a very soft life. And she has a therapist. And so in her mind, therapy was like, she's in therapy because, whatever she got going on. Very soft problems, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm like, girl, when I was actively a therapist, like, I worked for Medicaid. My clients literally would be fresh out of prison. Like, they would come to my office with their prison bag. Like, they would come with, they still had rings around their wrists from the handcuffs. Like, they was fresh out of prison. Like, they was coming with nothing. Like, they would be high as a kite. Like these were people that you would hide from. Okay? And of course, I have unconditional positive regard. So I treat everybody like a king and a queen. Come on in here, king. You thirsty? Because I know you just walked out of the prison. Girl, bye. He slapped her while she was brushing his teeth. Girl, mm-mm. I gotta watch Darius' mom to see how she feels about. Darius' mom dropped the video talking about JB. I didn't watch it. Me either. Me either, Don. I saw that she dropped it, but Darius is just a different kid. He doesn't have the aggression. I'm sure he's not perfect, but he's not. JB is very aggressive. It's not going to change. That is the makeup of his brain. Until you change the chemistry of his brain, he's going to be violent and it's going to get worse. It is water. That's why I'm not doing. I haven't done. I tried to go back after COVID because I don't like telehealth. I do not like telehealth. So I did telehealth until we all went back into the office spaces. And then I took a break. And then I went last year. I went back to doing therapy. But at the same time, my dad was in the final stages of dementia. And so I just wasn't consistent in the office. And I was really holding up this whole office. They were really dependent on me because they couldn't find other therapists. And I just couldn't be there for this office space. I couldn't do it. Running back and forth between helping my dad and caring for my dad. And so it didn't end very well because I ended up cussing out the supervisor. Yeah, well, it didn't end well. But it was in that moment that I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. Sometimes I think about going back, and then I'm like, nah, I can't do it. No, hell no. Then I couldn't stay under the same roof with him. Girl, this how I would sleep, yo. This how I would sleep if I lived at JB House. That's how I would sleep. He's unpredictable. It's unacceptable. It's dangerous. Telehealth is not easier, in my opinion. I think telehealth, I don't like telehealth. I don't think you can get, let me tell you, the agency that I worked for, the last agency, they did telehealth. And so some of the clients did telehealth. I would have clients call me while they're driving. That gave me anxiety. I'm like, Mister, I can't talk to you while you driving because I'm in the car driving it for you and with you. I've had people call me while they're working. They're literally at Amazon having their session and talking to me. I can't do that. That's not a clean, healthy, therapeutic environment. And the agency was about the money. So they like, you have that session anyway. And I'm the type of person, if my client cancels, I don't lose no sleep over that. But agencies, like, you need to call them 15 times to remind them about their appointment. And my attitude was, I'm not calling them 15 times. I'm not doing that. They know what time their appointment is. I sent them a message. They got a message through the telephone system. I'm not begging nobody. I'm not working harder for nobody in treatment. They gonna do the work, not me. So, yeah, it's that. That's another reason why I'm not in treatment. Or I'm not actively doing treatment. And then I knew another agency recently was looking for therapists, and I called my friend because she worked there. And I was like, what's the vibe over there? And she was like, you wouldn't last here 3 days. The supervisor is a cuckoo bird. I said, yeah, I'll probably cuss her out, huh? She said, yeah. I said, oh, okay, bye. No. Mm-mm. Nope, y'all. I ain't gonna be able to do it. So I just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I wonder what she's getting out of this by consistently working against what is best for her family. It's like she got. It's like she. It's like she gets off. Not gets off, but she's gaining something by him being sick. You know what I mean? Keeping him sick. Like, and I know it's a term for it. I just can't think of it. It's not like she's making him sick like that disorder is making him sick. But she could be because we don't know if she always give him his medicine. You know how many kids used to tell me that their mom don't give them the medicine? Hi, Deborah. They don't get the medicine because I asked them like, did you take your medicine or do you take your medicine? No, my mom don't give me the medicine. But she still thinks she gonna keep getting this SSI check. Oh, okay. So she going against treatment. Oh, okay. Y'all want me to do her again? Florida Sunshine. Hi everyone, it's JB's mom. Thanks for clicking onto this video. Guys, I got bad news. JB, while I was driving, JB grabbed the steering wheel and took me he shook that car all over the place. But he's fine right now, guys. He's having a milkshake. Thanks for watching. Bye. Girl. Girl. And there ain't no way JB will be sitting behind me in the car. Ain't no damn way. No way. Mm-mm. And poor Xavier just be sitting there. Now, as much as she thinks she an expert, I'm talking about the mama, on autism, how didn't she know Xavier was autistic? Xavier is very much autistic. He has Asperger's, even though I know we don't use that term anymore. I do. He is a more of a higher functioning, but socially awkward. She didn't notice that. It took a psychiatrist, a psychologist, and 15 other people to tell you that. Girl, bye. But you gonna open up a group home? Okay. Okay. I hope she gonna hire professional people to be in that group home because girl, bye. It can't just be you. It cannot just be you. Yeah, she opening up a group home, child. She trying to get her group home license or some shit. She getting her group home license. Saddest birthday party. Did you see that birthday party? Oh my god. I think Kimber got a lot going on behind the scenes. Like she not even. Uh, Hi everybody, welcome to my Kimber's birthday party. My beautiful, delightful, wonderful daughter, Kimber. Kimber, do you have anything to say? Thanks guys for coming to my party. You want a piece of cake, JB? Sure. Girl. Whole family. They all do. I already did a video on that. Kimber and Xavier, if they're not already in treatment, they need to be. Where they could honestly talk about JB. Like, honestly talk about JB. People was donating a lot. Kimber's party was nice. Oh, is that her real name, Kimberly? I haven't been watching them that long. And I think mom said mom got a little boyfriend or something, don't she? It's just a mess. But honestly, she's not the only family that's dealing with this. You'll be surprised how many families have this same dynamic. And families have that aggressive child in the home even when they're not diagnosed. Even when they're not diagnosed. I mean, at least JB has a cause and effect. I mean, we know it's because of his disorder that he behaves in that way. But no, her name is Kimber. My phone is tripping. Oh, okay. Because if your phone was like, ain't no way her name is Kimber. It's got to be Kimberly. But y'all did tell me, I keep seeing that JB is not her biological child. That JB is her sister's child. Is that right? Not that it makes I mean, it doesn't make a difference. It's genetics or genetics, but it's, her family, even if he was fully adopted. But that's her, and her sister is deceased. JB's birth mom is deceased. Is her only child Kimber? Her birth child, mom's birth child, is Kimber only? Oh, she took on a lot. I think that'll make my decision even easier. I want her to try to go with do my suggestion, Mama. Do my suggestion, and then maybe she'll see the video. She'll consider it. If not, child, stay in that chaos, honey. Because as she gets older, she won't be able to maintain him. He will be in a facility. She would not be able to maintain him. And I know she wouldn't want her children to have to take him on and raise him upon her departure from this world. Oh, y'all, my phone about to die. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Ugh. I know she wouldn't want that, would she? Mm-mm. They should not have to take on that. I don't think Kimber would, and Isaiah, what's his name? Xavier is not capable of doing that. I don't think he would be capable of that. And he shouldn't have to. The hell is wrong with my table? I'm on that table. Shit. Oh. They already don't miss their childhood. Shit. He already don't messed up. I mean, he's definitely made it more difficult. JB and Kimber are her biological children. Xavier is the nephew that she took. Okay. Okay. But even if she decided to put JB in a home, she could still do content because she could still bring him home. She could take people through the process of placing him and what that would look like. So it's not like she would lose the channel. It's not like she would lose the channel. I mean, I know she loved her son. Oh, child, I don't know. We got to get out their business because she's the type of parent that irks me because they don't listen. She's one of them motherfuckers that don't listen. And they irk the hell out of me. Once, let me tell y'all about this time. Story time. Now, y'all, this was 15 years ago. And I ain't telling y'all their names anyway, so this ain't no HIPAA violation. But this was one of them times that I had to cuss a parent out. But now her son was locked up, and I was the therapist at the juvie at the time before I had to cuss them people out. Anyway, so I was the therapist at the juvie, right, y'all? So this mother, she had this white mom and had adopted this baby. Now she went all the way. I'm gonna read that in a minute, swag. Her baby, she had went all the way to Kentucky to adopt this baby, and the baby was biracial, but he presented to the world as black, right? So anyway, when I tell you, she was just, her and her husband were just nice people. They were good people. But unfortunately for them, they adopted an asshole. Like this kid was an asshole. And so for whatever reason, he was an asshole to everybody around him, but he wasn't an asshole to me really because I was like, you're an asshole. But anyhow, so I was trying to tell her like ways she could really like raise him and like different things that she could do. Like you gotta be tougher, mom. You got to be tougher. He's an asshole and he's running you all over the place. And he's a drug addict. Girl, you got to get it together. I know you scared, but if you just listen to me, you can get some better control over this kid. She wouldn't listen, wouldn't do nothing I told her to do, wouldn't take any suggestions. Finally, I told her and him in the session, you know what? Y'all have a good life in this dysfunction. He gonna continue to whoop on your ass, and he'll probably end up going to prison because of it, and because you don't listen. And I bid you fucking farewell. Goodbye. And that's how I ended the session. Was I right? Uh huh. Sure was. Anyway, let me get back to y'all questions. Xavier and the sister's child. JB is her twin, actually. Oh Lord, y'all. Oh Lord, don't be surprised. Are you serious? JB and Kimber are twins? Excuse me. Oh my God. I did not know that. Wow. How do you feel her relying on Xavier, who has autism also, to handle JB when he gets aggressive? I feel the situation might turn out badly for both of them. Swag, I agree with you because um, unlike, Xavier doesn't know how to do a hold. As professionals, we're taught how to do, a hold on somebody who's aggressive. And the way Xavier had JB like this, in his strength, he could break his neck. And then they're going to put Xavier in prison. He does not know how to restrain him properly. And it's not his job to do it. Mom holding that pan up to him was a form of restraint. Even though she wanted to say, because I didn't want him to get the pan because it was hot. No. You were using that pan. You had the pan was your defense against JB. Stop playing. I just feel like this, he could hurt him. Xavier could hurt him. And then Xavier's going to jail. Do something soon. She will come to hate her lack of making good decisions. She will. No, I mean JB looks just like his mom. He does, but I always thought that was his aunt. She's putting Xavier in a bad position. Xavier goes to Xavier like, bitch, I was in here playing PlayStation and now I gotta come in here and deal with your ass. Xavier Xavier can hurt him. Like I said, Xavier can hurt him because Xavier doesn't know. I never like doing holds on kids because, my favorite hold was behind the arms, honey. I get your little arms behind your back, honey. I hold that little motherfucker. And I wasn't even as big as I am now. I take them down now. But yeah, like you be scared you're gonna break their arm, and they have. I've never broke anybody's arm, but that's the only really hold I would do is behind the arms. I do behind the arms, honey. I get you behind your arms, I tie your arms up in the back of you like a little pretzel, bitch. Where you going? Where you going? And then I take my feet. Wait a minute, now how I used to do my feet. Oh yeah, if they real little, then I cross my feet over their feet. Now you can't kick me or nothing. You can't kick me, you can't grab me, you can't do nothing. And then when I'm done with you, I push you back like that. When I'm done with the hole, I do like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Girl, why they had me doing the training for holds my last job? That was another reason why I ended up leaving and cussing them out. Because I said I'm too old for this. I don't do holds no more. I don't find it necessary. And I had a much younger staff. And I said, no, and my staff need to be doing all this. I don't do this. I don't do this no more. Yo, look at this. Ain't this cute? I got this from my favorite dollar store in Atlantic City. I was in Atlantic City today, y'all. I was in Atlantic City, honey, gambling up a storm. Ain't this cute? If my hair was down. But anyway, okay, let me get focused again, y'all. Hold on, what y'all saying? I don't think this will end well. I don't think so either. Mm. I would not fight every day. Girl, I'm not fighting nobody every day as old as I am. Now, does the mother get paid by the state to be her son's caregiver? No. He gets SSI. I know she gets paid well from her via YouTube video. No, JB, in my opinion, receives SSI, which is only about $600 a month. And if he has, he probably wouldn't get SSD. Does he have a dad? No, I think the dad still works. So he gets SSI and he gets Medicaid. And that's how all the medical stuff is paid for. That's why mom runs her ass back and forth to the hospital. You know, those of us who have insurance through our jobs, we don't run to the hospital like that because we ain't trying to pay them co-payments and all that other bullshit. But when you got Medicaid, you go when you feel like it. SSI can keep those $2. Girl, keep them. As much as they got to get that paperwork refilled out, it's annoying. She get about $600, and I would say take it and go about your business. Give it to the group home. Give it to the facility. Out of your SSI, he'll get $30 in order to buy personal care needs. Mom is probably racking in. She probably making 4 or 5 across all social medias where she got JB. She's making at least 10K a month. Could y'all tap the screen so I can get a penny? Thank you. Yeah, she's good. She's good. Now that's what I've been asking. Why doesn't JB live with the dad? Because the dad don't want to be bothered. Not just visit a few days. Because the dad said, no, I can't do it. I would mail those $2 back along with JB. You stupid. Ooh, girl. Girl. Oh, well, that might be the reason to keep him home. Swag, go to my channel. I did a video on it. Is JB's mom keeping him home for the check? I think before she was getting YouTube money, hell yeah. Because when you got a child that's that out of control, that's why I explain in my video why Social Security started funding parents who have children with autism. It was white moms, middle class white moms, who legislated and advocated for their children with autism to receive SSI. All you got to do is say your kid got SSI, get a psychiatrist to fill out the paperwork, and you automatically are going to get a check. And then when the black people found out about it and the Hispanics, that's when my office got real busy because they were getting Medicaid for their children. I had people who receive Medicaid that live in $1 million houses. They get Medicaid for their autistic child so that they can get free services from people like me who work in offices that only accept Medicaid and Medicare. Yeah, that's how that all started. So that's when everybody was looking for autistic diagnosis for their kids. Some people was really just getting over. Like they would be mad if we would be like, now I wouldn't do assessments like that. That comes from a psychiatrist. But I would do a pre-assessment, and I might say to the psychiatrist, yeah, he look like he got autism. Or you think he got autism? Once they get that paperwork and they get that diagnosis, they run that shit right down to SSI. And that's how they get the money. And that's how they get the money, honey. Do you believe Peach's mother was trying to get a diagnosis on her when she was little? 100%. Yes, I do. Hmm. She was. A lot of mothers did that. A lot of mothers did that. Especially in the hood. I'm telling you, once the word got out, because they never did that it was never for black children. It was white moms who really, thank God, honestly, that they had the push to get to get that diagnosis as a way to get some help for their kids. And so once everybody kind of knew that, now they want their kids diagnosed. They still do that dumb shit in the hood. Like they want their kids to get these diagnoses. I know families, all their kids got a check, all of them, because they all got the diagnosis of being autistic. I have a family member who makes a good money and they get SSI. Yeah, they had to place him because he was getting too physical. Yeah, and that happens. That's a true diagnosis though, because some parents, I've worked with parents who didn't want to get the check. But what I would say to them, like, are you missing work because you got to bring your kid home out of school because the school is like, they can't keep him? Do your kid have a lot of doctor's appointments? And they do, because they go to ABA and they go to this and they go to that. You're not, a lot of the parents cannot keep full-time jobs because they got all this going on with their kids. And so the supplement helps the family. And so I don't see anything wrong with that. If they're entitled to it, then they should get it. Rasta knew she was off. Peach was a little bit off. She probably was. Peach, in my opinion, Peach is more of an Asperger's. And Asperger's autism, they can present well. They can present to the world well. And they can present as if they're smart. That's why Peaches thinks she's smart. And they usually have like something like a preferred gift. And for Peach, she found her preferred gift is the internet. And so with the internet, and she's been able to master what it took, even though it's socially inappropriate, which is the basis of autism, it works for her. And she's able to make a whole bunch of money, but she's not able to spend the money in a way that makes sense because she's off. She's socially off and awkward, and therefore nothing ever really makes sense in her own head. She got it's like she got a bunch of birds flying. She got a nest of birds flying around in her head. Nothing is ever going to make sense. But once a child gets physical, you have no choice. You don't. Because no caregiver is going to go in that house. I know I wouldn't. Peach is a cluster B of historian diagnosis. Girl, okay, I agree with you. She a cluster fuck is what she is. She's something. I might word this wrong. Do you think autism, hold on, let me go back. Do you think the autism diagnosis seems to have increased recently, and why? 30 plus years ago, we really didn't hear about autism. That's because 30 years ago, we called them retarded. Swag. It's been existed, but they just added the diagnosis. I don't know when the DSM which is our diagnostic manual. I don't know when they added autism to it. I'm gonna look that up. Thank you for asking me that. I want to know, when did they add autism, because they took out retarded. We don't say that word anymore, but really that's how they would have been considered. They would have been considered, under mental retardation. If you have a baby before term and it's under 5 pounds, the baby instantly qualifies for SSD. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Because they already know that that baby is going to have developmental problems. But I couldn't be bothered with Social Security office, to be honest with you. Ugh. For that little $600, the hell they put you through. And you got to maintain all these appointments for your kids. Because I know for me, if Social Security reached out to me, they and asked me, like, do so and so come to their appointments? Is so and so, blah 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 blah, and I gotta do that whole review, like, child, autism is definitely going up. I think so. My whole family has autism throughout it. I just had two nieces born with autism, and we've never had autism in our family. Its studies have shown it's a breakdown in the system of the chemicals that are being put into our food. Oh, when I do my lecture on autism, I always say that. Are you one of my students? It's in our food. It's in McDonald's food. It is. It is. It's something environmental. It is environmental, because how is it all of a sudden heredity, like in my family system? How we no mental retardation, no autism, generations back. Why now in this generation of my nieces, my two nieces, one not biological, married to a nephew, and my other niece is biological, and they both have children with severe autism. Now I know autism now is broke into three clusters or whatever they're saying, because I don't know. I know it's like level 1, level 2, level 3, like nonverbal, verbal, and all of that. I don't know. I agree with you. I think it is. It's environmental. Now, there was that study done in which that psychiatrist later had to go to jail for his lying ass, who told people it's because of the vaccines. That was a lie. That study was not proven. And because he lied in his study and his research, he had to go to jail behind that shit. Because of him, many people don't want their children to get vaccinated, and they need to get vaccinated. They need to get. Yo, look what I got from the dollar store. This is one of the original dollar stores. Anyway, it's in Atlantic City, and this is for sugar, y'all. Because, honey, when I need sugar, I actually just be going in my whole sugar bag. But now I can put the sugar in this, and this is a sugar thingy. Okay. All right, y'all, I'm going to stay on track. What else y'all got to talk about? So, yeah, y'all. That's the deal on no. Vaccines do not cause autism. That's a lie. That is a lie. Y'all, I'm making this concoction because my feet are peeling. So I'm putting petroleum jelly and vitamin E together for my skin. Um, hold on, y'all. Oh, that's so much. But it's in the food. Definitely in the food. Food is disgusting in this country. We eat, there are like 25 foods that our FDA allow in our food chain that other developed countries and underdeveloped countries do not allow in their food chain. They do not allow it in their food, and we allow it in our food. It's disgusting. Why am I not on a date? Because I ain't 20 or 18. I'm good and old. We don't do Valentine's Day no more. How does Peach work on the system with having all those babies and not paying those hospital bills? Swag? Who you asking? She just pile them up in a drawer. You know how you throw your bills in a drawer? That's what she do. She just throw her bills in a drawer. She doesn't have the mentality to do all of that. She's not going to do all that. She's autistic. She's a high functioning autistic, plus she got borderline personality disorder. They don't give a fuck about nothing. That's why she don't manage all of that stuff well. It's sad to watch. I don't watch Peach. I don't. I watch other people who talk about Peach and stuff like that, but I don't even really watch that like that. It's a lot of peaches out there. You 100% right. It's a lot of peaches out there. They just don't have her money and access. But they out there raising kids and sending them to y'all schools, teachers, and that's why they in there acting a fool. Can you imagine her kids acting in school? And now the word on the curb is that she don't took the kids out to school. Remember, oh, I thought this was a oil. Remember when she had all the kids in that school that they could not even begin to match the academic level of the other children? You gonna put your kids in that school? Girl, I can't do it. It's crazy how Peach made all that money and can't handle her money. She can't because she's like a kid. She could have been bought that house a long time ago. I can't watch Peach no more, Ann. I can't do it. She get on my nerves. I can't do it. I'd rather watch her mama than to watch her. Hey, Rasta. And she ain't over there talking about nothing but cleaning. Cleaning and, child. She money hungry, doesn't have a dime to show. She don't. It's sad. It's sad. She don't have a dime to show for nothing. Nothing. And I hate when big channels give her attention. Like she was getting a lot of attention from, bigger bloggers and all of that stuff. She love that shit. She loves that shit. Child, I can't be bothered. I'll talk about her when somebody, I just can't do it. It depends on my mood. Because I know I got a lot of people who found me because of Peach. So I do give a little video here and there, but cleaning and clickbait, they both irk say hey to Ed. Oh, Ed don't like me no more, y'all. Ed don't like me no more. He used to like me, but he don't like me no more. Ed was in love with me. Ed was seriously Hey Ed had a crush on me, y'all. Ed had a crush on me. But I told Ed I didn't like Ed. If I was single, I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't like you, but I might like your dad. Your dad would be more in my style. And I hate that for you that I gotta tell you this shit. But your daddy is kind of cute. Now, would I date your daddy? No, because he spent a lot of time in prison and he was a drug dealer. And so, no, he wouldn't be my type. But if I had to, if it was you and your dad, my eye would be on your daddy. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna. I told Ed he could have my daughter. I told Ed he could have my daughter. And he said, okay. And that's how we ended our relationship. I said, you can, if my daughter like you, I give you to my daughter. But I like your daddy. If I was looking for a man. And then I said, nah, Tracy would be mad. You know I'm scared of Tracy. And Tracy, Tracy ain't gonna get my. I can't go to Tampa. I go to Tampa, it's done. I'm done for. If I go to Tampa, I'm done up, honey. Uh, y'all, I'm seriously, because I'm going to New Orleans. Anybody ever been to New Orleans? I'm going to New Orleans for the first time. When we going? What's this month? April? I think we're going in April. Yep, I said he could have my daughter. I'm going in April. Um, anyway, so we were looking at flights today, and one of the flights was like, well, you might have to stop off in Tampa. And I said, oh, no, I can't. I said, oh, no, I can't go to Tampa. Yes, honey, I can't wait to get to New Orleans. I've never been. The air is different. Now, you know I got asthma. What you mean? I'll bring all my asthma stuff. Never been there. Would you love to go there to experience the food and culture? That's what I really want to go for. And they have a huge Caesar casino that I can't wait. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna go to the casino one day. The Airbnb is like really close. We're not like on the main strip because I hear that's like crazy. We already booked the Airbnb. We only going for 3 days. It ain't gonna be that crazy. Oh, okay. I'll bring all my asthma stuff just in case I get sick. Yes, because I want to go to the Hard Rock in Tampa, but I don't want to go because I know Tracy there every Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday. And girl, she would beat my ass just like she did them two studs. They gonna get you, girl. I know. Ooh. Now she really wanna put her hands on Loretta Brown. That's who she really wanna kick her ass. Loretta said, "You think I'm meeting up with your ass so you can kick my ass?" No. Them two gonna eventually fight. Cause they gonna run into each other somewhere. Child, I don't know. You're trained. Put her in a head. First of all, I got pterodactyl hands. These arms is little, okay? And these titties is big. So by the time I get like this, girl Tracy, we don't call her lumberjack for nothing. She would fuck me up. Fuck me up. And then her husband gonna try to jump in it? No. Her and Lynch Mob will drag me all over that casino. Oh, swag. Oh, eventually it's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually. Casino used to be good, not too much. Go to Biloxi, Mississippi. Is that close? Because who I'm going with, they not casino people. I'm going with one person there. Is going. We already said we're going to ditch them and go to the casino. Take a Uber or something over there. Who I'm going with are more like they drinkers. They want to like drink up and down. Like I'm not. I don't drink alcohol. So I know y'all probably think, but why aren't you going to New Orleans? I don't drink alcohol. Anything I get will probably be a virgin. I'm going for the food. Oh, y'all, but I might be on the shots by then. Oh, if I'm on the shot, anybody taking the shots? I'm trying to get net bound, Zet bound. I'm waiting to see if my insurance company. I'm about to be skinny, bitch. Bitch, I'm about to be skinny. I'm about to be skinny. I'm about to be skinty. Anyway, if I'm on them shots, that's going to interfere with my food. We'll see. They got about 10 different casinos. Oh my God, I would need a week there. By the mall way. Yes, that's Caesars, right? You just got off the shot. Lost. Yes, swag. Which one? Because I had tried Wegovy, but I only did the first month, and it got me. I was too sick. I had a lot of nausea. It wasn't worth it to me. And then I had to get off of it because my husband retired, and then our insurance changed. Long story short, I just went back to the doctor, and now I want to be on Zepbound because I heard that's good. And so I got to get my blood work done, and then get insurance approval, and then I'm gonna start Zepbound. Which one was you on, if you don't mind me asking? I love Island View. What's Island View? Oh, that's a casino? I have seen great results with Zepbound and other people. Yes, I have a couple of people I know that's on Zepbound, and they did really well with it. But they said it depends on my A1C. My A1C, believe it or not, is really, it's been like 6-ish. Now, I know that's borderline, but it ain't been enough to try to get me on nothing. So I'm hoping that it will be, you know, that I can get on it. I'm hoping that I could get on it. Tried Wegovy first, and I didn't do anything. Me either. Then Zepbound had me lose all the weight. Now controlling it with diet. Okay, Swagger. Thank you for telling me that. Yes, I'm gonna do Zepbound. Okay. oh, oh, Florida, you going to? Oh, I love Vegas. Remember, I went last year. Only went. That was my first time going to Vegas, and I was running around like a chicken. I ain't know which way to go. I ain't know which way to go. Yes. Now the machines wasn't doing much. Like today, I was in Atlantic City. I only went to Hard Rock, and it wasn't doing shit. I got so aggravated. I went upstairs and got something to eat and was editing videos. I was like, y'all annoying as hell. And I wanted to hit up another casino or two, but you know, the crew I was with was like, mm. But Vegas was a time. I'm going back. I think I want to go back this year. Yes, I can't. If I'm in the casino, I got to be with casino people. Or honestly, I'd rather be by myself. I really rather be by myself because when I gamble, I want to do my own thing. And when I'm done gambling, I want to go and leave. I don't want to wait for nobody. I don't want to do none of that shit. So normally, if I go to Atlantic City, I might stay for like 3 days and I do my own thing. Unless like a bunch of us want to go to like other casinos, we might do like that. But I'm going to ditch my daughter and hit the casino. Ditch her quick. Do you okay, Florida? Now see, now you ain't told me that. Now, do you ever see Tracy there? Have you ever seen Tracy or Peach or my Ed? Hi, Ed. Have you ever seen any of them at the casino? Cause I'd be looking for them. Cause honey, I would be looking. I couldn't even be on my fire links without trying to find them and shit. Cause I can literally stay there for free because I go to my Hard Rock and I get comps rooms Sunday through Thursday. I stay for free. They are not in my social circle. Oh, you ain't right, girl. You are not right. Do you see them though? Forget all that. I love ditching people. I would ditch in a heartbeat quick. I ditched today. Can't have people wanting to stay in the hotel all day. Girl, I would ditch you in a minute. I wouldn't look for Tracy at the casino. She does throw hand, whoop your ass. She would literally, I think she would start out by talking to me first, but then as soon as I went left or I said something, or I look and like I try to get tough, like, I'd be like, this, fuck, fuck you. Girl, be over with. Them folks don't want to know them. Girl, you better stay away from them people. You right. You a table. I'm at a table. I'm a table game woman. Oh, you are? I only show off and do roulette if I'm on a cruise. Cause like nobody know me. They everybody happy. Like in the real casino, they ain't got time for my bullshit. You know what I mean? So today I went live from my casino channel. I was live at the Hard Rock. It didn't look right though. It was like kind of blurry. I gotta figure that out. Yep, I went live for about 30 minutes. I had a couple of people on my channel. I apologize. I fell asleep. You fell asleep. Girl, I don't took a nap and now I can't go to sleep. No, I don't know how to play black. I don't know how to do none of that. 2 years on social media. I don't know how I came across that mess. Girl, how you fall in this sector? Uh, I've been in a few different sectors, and every time you get in a sector, what happens is like whoever is the main person that we're talking about, like for instance, Peach, like the Peach sector, it didn't happen to, yeah, it's happened in this sector. And then what happens is like the content creators start turning on each other. Like, because Peach will get boring, and then all of a sudden, like, people start talking shit to each other. Like the street sector I've been in, that totally imploded, and people just start going after each other instead of talking about Marcus. So I was like, oh, I'm done with you people. Then the mukbang sector, that's how I started in the mukbang sector, and that's just played out because hardly anybody does mukbangs or talks about mukbanging anymore. Do the casinos hassle people filming the games? I could see allowing it for the slots. You cannot video the card games. Nobody allows that. In my in most casinos. The only way they allow that is if you got some sort of permission from the casino. And that's very controlled. Like I was live today for the slots, but as a rule, like if we walk around the casino, we hold the phone down to the carpet because people don't. It's private. It really is. And then because I don't know how many times I don't lied and said I was going to Walmart and I was at the casino. So I don't need nobody's live camera showing my shit. Bitch, I ain't even supposed to be here. So if I'm going live, I don't live in Atlantic City. You know what I mean? But you got to be careful. Some slot players don't tell you where they are for safety reasons. But yeah, they will hassle you for filming. Now, some if you have permission, they come in with tripods and all of that. I was sneaking because I don't think I'm supposed to. Like, really, you're not. But it depends on that. You can film a bonus. You can film a bonus. Like if I go on a bonus, because really that's all people want to see. People don't want to watch you lose when you play. They want to see wins. They don't want to see losses. So on my channel, I'm really just showing you all wins. Like sometimes I might show a loss, but we lose more than we win in most cases. But Chaba, just don't lose more than you can afford to lose. Take what you can afford to lose. That's it. Because Peach is literally everywhere. She's just phenomenal. Oh, she's just great. But I've taken selfies. I'm cool with most of the hosts at the casino. Yeah, you're really not supposed to film just because of people don't want to be on film. So if I like my live, basically you saw my machine and I'm talking. But and sometimes I'm trying to build my casino my slot channel, my gaming channel, but a lot of times I don't film it because I just want to play my slots and I don't want to be bothered. I heard about Peach first due to her casino. That's how I found Peach. I loved her then. That's how I found Peach on her Gamble with Peach. Loose that money, honey. I loved her on that. But the thing about it is, what Peach was lying because when she first said that she had lost all her money gambling, I was like, she is a liar. Peach was not a heavy gambler. Like she didn't spend crazy amounts of money on camera. 100, 200, 300, 400. She could afford to do that. But I guess when she turned that camera off, she was losing thousands and thousands of dollars. Plus her husband gambled. So you got two gamblers together, you gonna lose money. Yeah, a lot of people do that. You can snapshot your winnings, yeah. My slot channel is Jersey Made Slot Queen. Uh, Follow me on my channel, Jersey Made Slot Queen. That's how y'all gonna find out my first name, cause you know how you put your slot card in, your name come up. Yeah, that Jersey Made Slot Queen. But my channel been growing a little bit over there, and I try to post. The most I ever won, I got a jackpot a few months ago. In one hand, I think it was 1,300. I'm not a big. It was a 1,300 jackpot. Now in PA, we just changed and you had to pay taxes on that. But now we could win, I think 2,000 without taxes, because we don't like to pay taxes. But yeah, that's probably the most I ever won. I've been messing with Tammy. Yes, got it. Tammy Roman just started her slot channel. She hit 2 grands already. I know. Now I told Tammy, and then of course you know Tammy got a smart mouth. I told Tammy you should do a separate channel for your slots because you mixing in everything else on your main Tammy Roman channel. Like if you want to be in the gamble sector, you got to do a separate channel. She gonna tell me this is my she said this is my gamble channel. I said okay, girl. I'm just trying to tell you because she got everything on that channel, but she'll figure it out. But yes, I've been watching her play. I've been watching her play. Her and Reggie. Thank you. I've been watching her and Reggie play. She funny too. But like she says, she played with what she can afford to play with. I found a casino in. I won a couple of times. We're in Baltimore. My eyes going blurry. And what's Behan? Baltimore. For my birthday next year, I want to go to oh Birmingham. Sorry, girl. I want to go to if y'all like the Bahamas, Nassau. Just a few years ago, they built it's called Barmar, this big luxury hotel and casino resort. It is so beautiful. I want to fly there because I went there a few years ago, but I was on a cruise. So we took, a cab over to the resort. It is so beautiful. I want to stay there next year for only 3 days, like 3 days for my birthday. But Barmar is better. It looks better to me. Well, more modern, of course, than the other one in the Bahamas, the pink one, whatever the hell that one's called. I forget. I don't care where I'm going. I'm gonna find me a casino. I go to Puerto Rico. I'll go right down to the casino. It is so nice. Barmar is so beautiful. It's real high end. Like the stores are high end, like Hermes, like that. I ain't into none of that shit, but that's how high end it is. It's like a golfing destination too. But some southern states don't even have casinos. Like North Carolina, they got underground casinos Even in Florida last year, I went on a little trip with my nieces and nephews. You know, they grown. And I went because I was going to be the babysitter at the Airbnb when they went out and stuff. But I said the only thing I want to do is I want to do the casino boat. But I never ended up going, but there were no other casinos around where we were. And I was too through, honey. Y'all, I let 4,500 slip through my hands at bingo about 2 weeks ago, talking on the phone, won a genie ball and didn't mark it. I was watching a computer of paying attention. Girl, you know how devastated I would be? Y'all don't be, you know what? I stopped doing bingo because I couldn't understand what y'all was talking about. See what you just talked about? I don't know what you're talking about. It became too complicated. Okay, now we're going to do the three across, four across. Like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? I was too confused. Oh, my kids, I just want to travel since they grown. I want to spend their money. Ain't that the truth? Thank you for subscribing. Oh God, I know you was so hurt. Oh. Why? Because you said it too late because they called the next ball. You know what? I stopped doing bingo because I felt like it was slow money. Like I need the quick payoff with slots. Like I started to find myself being bored. Like I was bored. Like and plus if I know your jackpot ain't your cover board ain't at least 1,000, I don't even want to play with y'all like that. Bingo is too fast for me, and like I get, like, I will be on the phone or looking around or just doing something else, and I really don't like the electronic bingo boards. Bingo was my first thing. It was my first thing too, back in the day. My money and made it last. Yes, yes, bingo was my thing too. Now you know what's crazy? I went on like 7, 8 years ago, and we were in Orlando, and we did the casino cruise. Girl, they have two times a day they go out in the afternoon and in the evening, and you can do casino. I mean, you know it's 3 floors of slot machines and table games and bingo. So you literally at the slot machine and got your bingo, your electronic bingo in your hand. Oh my God, I was so overstimulated. Oh, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. That was the best time. It was me, my mom, my dad, and my 2 nieces. And when my dad got dementia, he would be like, I think I was on a boat one time and it had slot machines. And I'm like, yeah, remember? I said, I need a 6, 7 on paper. And my sis said, bitch, they just called it. Oh my God. Let it go. Don't talk. I'm going to dream about that tonight. I don't have to work that hard at bingo. If it can push a button and win at the casino. They want too much of my attention at bingo. And then when I get to bingo, I get real, like if I see them playing like side games and them little pull tabs, I buy too. I end up spending just as much money there. Even on the cruise ships, I used to get caught up in bingo because bingo didn't cost that much on the cruise ships. They used to be like $10. Me and my husband almost did we were doing a cover. It was the last game of the cruise, and it was going to be a $4,000 bag. Me and my husband needed one number. Oh, because Lord knows we had spent up on that damn boat. Me and him was shaking. We needed one number. And when they called the next number, this little Chinese family, bingo. The way my husband crumbled up that paper, oh my God. Oh my God, we were so through. I get two computers plus a paper. Girl, you a junkie. You a junkie. Do you watch it online? Because I watch people play, they go live from the bingo parlor. It's the pull tabs for me. Girl, I'll run through them, buying them. Girl, when that lady come by, I'd be like, give me five. My husband will not gamble, thank God. So I spend his money. My husband will not gamble. I'm so glad he hates it. But 2 weeks ago, I won the casino that I live near. They were doing free play Friday. So every Friday they was giving away free play. So I'm sitting at a machine and they call my name, and I'm like, "What the f they saying my name? What I do?" And I look at the screen. I'm like, "Oh shit! I won $500 in free play." So I called my husband, being nice and excited. And I was like, come to the casino. I won $500 in free play. Come, I'll give you 150 and you can play that. By the time when he got there, I was like, I don't want to give you 150. I just want to give you 100. He was like, I came all the way over here. You got to give me the 150. But me and him turned that 500. No, I turned my money into 800 and he turned his into 150 in cash. Anyway, y'all, my phone about to die. It was nice talking to everybody. I don't know why it won't stay live and it's hot because I've been on here for 2 hours. I will see y'all again very soon. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to tap, tap, tap the screen. Go check out my gamble channel. It's called Jersey Made Slot Queen, honey. Good night. Bye.